Welcome to Svrljig, a lovely municipality of more than 14,000 inhabitants. Svrljig, together with 38 villages, is situated in a valley with the area of 490 square kilometers and a great part of the basin of Svrljiški Timok. Svrljig Valley is one of the most remarkable valleys in the Carpato-Balkan arc and one of the largest valleys in Serbia. It is situated among the mountain range of Svrljiške Mountains, a branch of Paješka Stone, Tresibaba and Kalafat. The municipality of Svrljig belongs to Nišava region and has an excellent geographical and traffic position. The municipality of Svrljig is surrounded by the city of Niš and the municipality of Knjaževac, Bela Palanka, Aleksinac and Soko Banja. Placed by the main road M25, Svrljig is located halfway between Niš and Knjaževac and 15 kilometers away from the highway Niš-Belgrade and Niš-Sofia, while by using the main road M1 Niš-Skopje, it is possible to arrive quickly in Macedonia and Greece. Regional road R243 is associated with Svrljig Kalna and Babin Zub, and the shorter path to Soko Banja is in a process of constructing, which will considerably shorten the journey between the two cities. Through Svrljig passes the railroad Niš-Zaječar, which follows the winding course of Svrljiški Timok. The railroad passes through an impressive gorge, which starts after exiting Niševac, a village 6 kilometers away from Svrljig. Down the way to Knjaževac, there is a picturesque landscape interspersed with rocks covered with aromatic herbs. The remains of prehistoric human implements suggest that these regions were inhabited in the Neolithic, Bronze and Iron Ages. Thanks to a favorable physical, geographical and traffic position, Svrljig was a significant point at the beginning of a new era in Roman times, as evidenced in archaeological site in the locality of Kalnica near Niševac, presumably Timacu Maius. Timacu Maius, large or high Timok, dating from the beginning of a new era and an important point to Peutinger road map, the first stop on Roman road from Naissus to the Archer Danube. During the researches, it was found that this Roman settlement had been spread across 5 acres of land. There was also a discovery of a unique and luxurious residential building from the early 2nd century, with the ceramic tubes that were used for the floor and wall heating. According to the coins that were found exposed to extreme heat, the building was destroyed at the end of the 4th century during the invasions of the barbarian tribes. This object of antiquity will be well protected during and after the further investigations of this locality. The path carved into the rock was found in the gorge of Timok. It led to the fortress, the ancient city of Svrljig near the village of Varoš, on a cliff which is located 505 meters above sea level. From this slope, where the access was only possible from the northwestern sides, visitors can enjoy the breathtaking and adventurous landscape. City of Svrljig was a Roman castle that was used to protect the access of the spa resort until the 6th century AD. In this locality, the researchers have found some monuments of culture: a limestone altar dedicated to the god Jupiter, a block of limestone dedicated to Emperor Caesar, and a piece of white marble dedicated to the goddess Hera. The ancient city of Svrljig was destroyed and rebuilt several times. In 1182, the city was conquered by Stefan Nemanja. During this period, it was well known as a Svrljig parish, a spiritual center and a center of literacy and culture, where a large number of churches and ascetic places were erected. From this period dated the famous passages of the Gospel from Svrljig, written by Constantin Gramatic in 1279, which were found in the church of St. Paraskeva in the village Izvor. These passages of the Gospel from Svrljig are kept in the archives of the Serbian Academy of Arts and Sciences. Modest museum collection of about 1,500 exhibits, including coins from different periods, were collected a couple of years ago and displayed in the Cultural Center of Svrljig. The exhibits are arranged in several categories: fossil natural collection, Paleolithic, ancient, medieval, modern, historical and ethnological collection, and one part of the exhibits is being thoroughly examined in Belgrade. Besides the remains of churches and stone crosses, which mostly date from the Middle Ages, there are about 12 Orthodox churches on the territory of Svrljig. In the very town of Svrljig, there is a church St. Constantine and Helen, built in 1925, while other churches are located in the villages around Svrljig. In the municipality of Svrljig, there is a monastery dedicated to St. Archangel Gabriel in Pirkovci. It was built during the reign of Nemanjić dynasty and then rebuilt in the 19th century. It was reconstructed for several times during the last 10 years, with the arrival of the monk Barnabas Nikolić, who was an abbot of the monastery. Monastery of St. Archangel Gabriel is 20 kilometers away from Svrljig and is located at 383 meters above the sea level, with a nice port beside a stream and surrounded by untouched nature, radiates peace and quiet and attracts not only believers but also many tourists. There are several caves around Svrljig. The most beautiful are Prekonoška cave near Prekonoga, Summer cave near Kopaj Košara, and a cave near Popšica. In Prekonoška cave, a well-known Serbian scientist Jovan Cvijić found the remains of Paleolithic tools and remains of the skeleton of a bear from the same period. It dates from 30 to 50 million years ago and is in a slightly inclined karst plateau. The opening of the cave is situated above the Prekonoška river and was considered the most beautiful in Serbia because of the rich cave ornaments and underground water. It attracts many scientists and adventurers for years. Summer Cave, a real gem and one of the longest caves in Serbia, is also well known because of Milutin Veljković, who spent 464 days inside and broke the world record for staying underground for that long. On one side of the cave there is a river that disappears underground and comes out on the other part, making the waterfall. At the entrance there is a unique, very rare form of karst, a natural stone bridge. Nearby Summer Cave, there is a smaller cave Jezava, which is not that rich in cave ornaments. Popšica cave is located near the village of Popšica, at about 20 kilometers away from Svrljig. The cave is located in a beautifully hilly area, 620 meters long. The karst formations, reaching cave ornaments, are quite extensive. There are 3 entrances. One is almost imperceptible, hidden in the woods, while the other 2, slightly larger, lead to the main hall, 10 meters high and 20 meters wide. In Popšica there is also a natural pool of water with a constant temperature of 20 degrees Celsius during the whole year, which is very attractive for the people from Niš and Svrljig. Svrljig offers tourists many other natural beauties like rural tourism. They can enjoy the colorful landscapes of nearby villages, from the spring of Svrljiški Timok at the foot of Svrljiški mountains, its disappearing and reappearing in the village Periš, and its course through the hilly area to the gorge of Svrljig. When we talk about the life in this river, we can mention cancers that live near the spring of the river in crystal clear water. In the winding part of the river through the valley, there can be found many species of fish, which is very interesting for local fishermen. With the constant stocking with young fish of Svrljig Fishing Club Timok are trying to enlarge the number of species of fish in Timok to attract more fishermen to visit this beautiful river. In the gorge, Belica River discharges into Timok. It is a fast mountain river with waterfalls and small pools, so-called kotlovi, and represents a real challenge for adventurers. After the river mouth, there is Banjica, a natural pool and a very popular resort for the people from Svrljig and surrounding villages. This whole area at the time of the Ottoman Empire was known as the health resort Spa of Svrljig until the 18th century, when the water from Banjica cooled. Svrljiški mountains that surround the municipality of Svrljig and the valley along Timok represent an ideal place for hunting tourism. The hunting club Dr. Milenko Hadžić takes care of the game and this hunting ground with the area of about 47,000 hectares. Thanks to the diversity of terrain, from lower land Timok River Valley over the hilly terrain on the tops of Svrljiški mountains, hunting ground is a resort for a large number of different species. The species of game that are widespread in Timok Valley are rabbit, pheasant, partridge, quail and duck, while in the mountains the most attractive game species are certainly a wild boar and deer. Local and foreign hunters are especially interested in hunting woodstock, where the hunting club achieves very good results in hunting tourism. The most attractive animal for hunting is wolf, which is very much present in the hunting area. By controlled bagging of wild animals, the reduction of predators, regular feeding and putting the game, the hunting club expanded its offer for hunting tourism. We can say with certainty that a beautiful terrain, a variety of game, together with good cuisine and traditional hospitality of people from Svrljig are good preconditions for the development of hunting tourism. There are numerous springs in the villages of this area. Watermills, woodland and meadows covered with medicinal and aromatic herbs that represent a great touristic and economic potential of this municipality. Many private companies are engaged in a buyout and the processing of these medicinal herbs. There are also many people that pick these herbs for their needs and sell them during the summer and autumn times. Because of this area rich in herbs and because of the long tradition of picking them, Herbogal factory, a branch of Slovenian factory Krka, famous for processing medicinal herbs, was built at the end of the last century. Unfortunately, this factory had the same destiny as many other companies during the destruction of ex-Yugoslavia and is still out of use. There can be found several species of mushrooms in the forests on the hillside of Svrljiški mountains that the residents, especially the shepherds, like to pick. In late spring, many residents supplement their household budgets by picking a plenty of mushrooms in the rainy seasons. Most are harvested porcini and chanterelle that usually end up on the tables in the cities around Europe. In the pine forests of the area, experts can find very expensive type of truffle that can reach an impressive price. Planted arable land is interspersed with meadows, acacia and pine groves and beehives. In the municipality of Svrljig, beekeeping is a developing branch of industry and natural resources are such that there are no obstacles to further development. Beekeepers Association of the municipality of Svrljig gathers dozens of beekeepers who have thousands of hives. Here, tons of honey is produced annually due to the extremely clean environment and plenty of herbs. Beekeepers have no problem to distribute their acacia and wild honey on the market. The local beekeepers produce and other highly valued bee products, such as royal jelly, bee glue and wax. Winery status is one more aspect for the development of tourism. Thanks to the local climate and clean and healthy environment, this is the only winery in Serbia in the grounds of 50 acres of completely organic cultivated vineyard. Elevation of 510 meters, large fresh breeze and lots of sunshine make wines and grapes resistant and full of sweetness. Future Wine Village, you will have an opportunity to visit a so-called Roman house, where wine is produced according to the ancient Roman technology, macerated and sorted in amphorae for 8 months. These unique amphorae with a capacity of 2,000 liters are imported from Georgia, one of the cradles of winemaking. These are genuine antique replicas made from specific types of clay, quite like those from long ago where the wine was processed, transported and stored. There will also be a Serbian house where the wine will be produced in 14 concrete tanks. Nemanjić house with 14 wooden barrels with a capacity of 5,000 liters, and finally modern winery with stainless steel barrels. All this and more accompanying facilities will be available to tourists for sightseeing and wine tasting in the winery status. Travel resources, culture, history, tradition, colorful costumes of this region are integral part of many events, together with music and the inevitable sound of bagpipes from Svrljig. There is also healthy food, prepared according to the old recipes of our grandmothers, accompanied by a pleasant smile and kindness of hospitable hosts. When we talk about tradition and food of the municipality of Svrljig, there are 3 brands of region of Svrljig that have to be mentioned: Svrljig sheep or lamb, cheese and belmuž. Belmuž is a dish made of Svrljig cheese from cow or sheep and corn flour, a special recipe that passes from generation to generation from centuries and was usually prepared by shepherds of Svrljig. Roast lamb of the sheep grown on the pastures of Svrljiški mountains has a unique flavor. Svrljiški cheese, made of cow's or sheep's milk, also has a special taste because of the diverse natural diet of the animals. In recent years, during a variety of events, great attention is paid to those brands of Svrljig, so a large number of tourists from Serbia and abroad was able to assure themselves of their exceptional quality. If you choose to visit Svrljig, do not miss Belmužijada, a manifestation that every year attracts many visitors from Serbia and abroad. In 2011, during the 3 days event, Svrljig visited over 50,000 tourists, and in 2012, about 60,000 people went to see this manifestation. Many well-known musicians took part in this manifestation. In Belmužijada 2012, there were more than 1,000 participants involved in the competition or cultural and artistic part of the manifestation. In addition to the competition among 26 teams of preparing belmuž, which was the central attraction at Belmužijada, there were many entertaining parts of the festival. What attracted visitors' attention most was a selection of the most beautiful shepherdess, organized in 3 categories according to the age of the competitors. Then there were competitions in many other disciplines among shepherds besides the contest of the most beautiful decorations of ethno booths and the best choice for small cakes and different kinds of pie. Noted guests at Belmužijada were the Slovens, residents of Šentjernej, led by Franz Hudoklin, a prefect of the municipality. The municipality of Svrljig and Šentjernej are brotherly municipalities since 2011, and the cooperation between them is day by day developing in all directions. Belmužijada is usually compared with the trumpet festival in Guča, because during the years it is more and more visited and popular all around the region. Besides good food, and of course Svrljig speciality belmuž, after which Belmužijada got its name, this event offers a good fun and presentation of our culture and tradition. This manifestation is based on tradition of Shepherds Festival from the 6th decade of last century and was well known in the whole ex-Yugoslavia and other neighboring countries. The Bagpipers Festival is a manifestation of international character, which is supported by Municipality of Svrljig and the Ministry of Culture of Serbia. And if you decide to visit the Festival of Bagpipers, you will enjoy the melody of the European masters of this instrument. Each of them, besides the original songs and folk dance, shows also costumes specific to the regions they come from. The Bagpipers Festival aims to save this wonderful instrument and not to be forgotten by the young generations. Lately, the manifestations, so-called village meetings or susreti sela, have been revived, where the teams from the villages compete among themselves in singing, play, acting and representing the old and almost forgotten customs. One of the major cultural manifestations is the art colony, held every summer, where the works of painters who were part of the colony can be seen at the Cultural Center in Svrljig, which is the organizer of this event. There are also days dedicated to literature, Memorial Days of Gordana Todorović, an event held in honor of a very talented late poet. This manifestation is a good opportunity for affirmation of good poets who come here just because of this cultural center from all around Serbia. All the contestants who win have their book printed by the publisher Cultural Center of Svrljig, where you can find these beautiful works. Vidovdanski football tournament is one of the oldest tournaments in Serbia and will soon celebrate 6 decades of its existence. Recently, it has been enriched by a number of accompanying entertainment events and offers visitors a good fun and the best cash prizes for participants. There are 2 festivals that are a combination of modern and traditional. Dolina Fest, held in Niševac, a village near Svrljig, and the Christmas festival held in Svrljig. These 2 festivals in the past few years have brought many well-known names in the national pop and rock scene. Svrljig is known for its fine cuisine and its specialities from the grill. The restaurant which is primarily responsible for that is the restaurant Kamionđija Kvalitet or Trucker's Quality, famous for its friendly atmosphere, good food, huge portions of barbecue, friendly and charming staff. Thanks to this restaurant, Svrljig is widely known, and there are few passers-by who didn't taste some of the specialities such as 1-meter-long ram steak or other delicious specialities of the restaurant. Barbecue, roast lamb or pork, veal and lamb soup, as well as many other dishes from the local cuisine, including specialty belmuž, are offered by redecorated restaurants such as Kruna and Orač. The friendly staff, beautiful interior and specialities that are well remembered will make your stay unforgettable. If you're coming to Svrljig from Niš, at the entrance of the city, you will see a gas station and motel Zlatni Timok, which in addition to good food, offers their guests a comfortable accommodation in double rooms. At petrol station Zlatni Timok, you can fuel all types of petrol, including gas. The company Zlatni Timok has its craft workshop that deals with creating boilers for making brandy of exceptional quality, which are appreciated throughout Serbia for decades. For those who admire rural tourism, looking for peace and quiet of natural environment, there is also categorized accommodation in rural household in Beloinje and Niševac, and this accommodation will soon be available in some other villages. In Niševac, you can find a collection of old household objects used 100 years ago in a household of Stanisavljević family. Until the early 90s of last century, Svrljig was known for having more workers than the number of inhabitants. Engineering industry, Krzno, Pobeda, Progress, Herbogal, Textile Combinat, and Maya employed a large number of hard-working and skilled workers. Of all of these factories, now successfully operates only mechanical industry, a rare example of good privatization. Factories that no longer work are very attractive for investors because they can get the facilities in which to locate their production at very favorable terms. However, if investors want to build new factories, the Municipality of Svrljig made detailed urban plan with industrial zone in the southern part of the city, where the land can be bought under very favorable conditions. Because Svrljig is a part of underdeveloped municipalities, the state helps investors to open each new factory in this area, which is an additional advantage. Also, future investors can easily find workers. The number of unemployed workers registered in the National Employment Service is nearly 2,500. a large part of which are the people with a university degree. Many of them has extensive work experience they gained during the golden industrial period. High unemployment in Svrljig makes the cost of labor very low, even though the workers are diligent, professional and capable to face with many challenges. The skills of workers are especially prominent in the textile industry, and there are a slightly larger number of factories for manufacturing textile, such as Konfekcija Kasker, Konfekcija David and Kameleon, owned by the people from Svrljig, and also Montobene and Free Fashion factories, whose owners have decided to start their own business here because of these benefits. In the municipality of Svrljig, a dominant branch of industry is agriculture, thanks to the support from local government. The Fund for Agricultural Development of the municipality of Svrljig, through various subventions, invests significant financial resources in agriculture. Agricultural products are supplied with clean, unpolluted soil. The use of pesticides and fertilizers is minimized because of the use of natural fertilizers. The municipality enables a number of seminars and practical and theoretical training for local farmers to signify the benefits of organic farming, because this land satisfies all the conditions for that. When it comes to livestock, it is important to mention a sheep breed Svrljiška Pramenka, which is a native breed from this region and its brand. It is widely renowned for its stamina and resistance to disease, the quality of meat and the number of lambs that can give each year. Besides sheep, there is also cow growing, and the priority of local government is to increase the number of these animals with exceptional benefits, because the creamery from Niš has recently started the production in Svrljig, and their daily processing capacity is 30,000 liters of milk. Untouched nature and favorable climate and soil make the region of Svrljig very rich in medicinal herbs, woodland plants and mushrooms. The wealth that is reflected in medicinal plants is an important economic potential of our region. There are only small number of companies that produce tea and spices, such as Jeligor and Opstanak. Forest resources and the low cost of timber are a good basis for the processing of this raw material. Professional and skilled workers in the industry gained their experience in the company Progress, which was once a producer of a wide range of furniture exported to European and Russian markets, and now is left waiting for new investments. As a part of the efforts of municipal leaders to provide new jobs and develop the economy, the municipality of Svrljig was visited by several foreign diplomats and representatives of various institutions and donors, among which we must mention the Russian ambassador in Serbia, Alexander Konuzin, and Laurent Louis Stokvis, the ambassador of the Kingdom of the Netherlands in Serbia. During their visits, they discussed many topics and areas of possible cooperation, with special emphasis on agriculture, industry and tourism. The municipality of Svrljig, due to its terrain and geographic position, is suitable area for the use of renewable energy sources such as wind and solar energy. That's why Gascom Balkan Company, which is part of the Italian Gascom Renew, seated in Padova, signed a contract with the municipality of Svrljig to build solar power plant in the village Tiovac near Svrljig with a power of 10 megawatts and should produce about 12 million kilowatt-hours of electricity annually. As the result of past few years' experiments of windrows in the municipality of Svrljig with very favorable results, it is expected that the construction of wind generators will start soon, which would complement the use of ecological and completely renewable energy sources in our community. Local government is open for cooperation with businessmen and potential investors in every aspect of economy. In addition to low local taxes and rents of the construction land, Local government likes to meet the terms of the assistance in preparing the necessary documentation for the investments. Svrljig municipality has much to offer to cultural community, tourists and investors. If your way leads you here as a tourist, it is certain that you will not go from here indifferent, but you will bring the best memories, flavors, tastes and tunes that cannot be easily forgotten. If you decide to invest here, you will not be disappointed for sure, because all the hard workers and representatives of the local government associated with all the favorable factors provided by our environment will do their best for your prosperity. See you soon. Best regards from Svrljig.